WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. We begin tonight with a kitchen mishap in the city of Hazleton. Crews were dispatched to 548 South Poplar Street shortly before 2 this afternoon to reports of a residential structure fire. Deputy Fire Chief Brian Mandak stated that a neighbor from the adjoining beauty salon was able to run next door with a fire extinguisher and knock the small kitchen fire down. There was no extension or injuries reported, but there was damage to the kitchen. Code enforcement will be notified and will be coming to talk to the property owner. The surrounding area of South Poplar Street was blocked off as crews worked to clear the home of remaining smoke. One man was taken to the hospital after being shot in the arm Tuesday morning in Hazleton. Police responded to 218 West Magnolia Street just after 1 a.m. to reports of a shooting. The unidentified victim was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, before being flown to a regional trauma center for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. Police are calling Tuesday's early morning shooting an isolated incident, and they continue their investigation in Hazleton. A bridge replacement project is in the works for the borough of West Hazleton. Council members gave the green light to replace a footbridge on J.C. Drive in the Valmont Industrial Park. The borough will use over $200,000 in gaming grant money, along with a $1 million grant from the state's Multimodal Transportation Fund to help pay for the project. Bids are expected to be open in July or August, and the bridge replacement will take an estimated 4 to 6 months to complete. Once the work is underway, traffic in that area will be detoured to Desson Drive and Deer Run Road. What would you do with $37 million? Well, Wilkes-Barre Mayor George Brown laid out his wish list to move the city forward. The American Rescue Plan allocated $37.1 million to the city of Wilkes-Barre. Mayor Brown said Tuesday that his administration wants to use those funds to cut the cost of city garbage bags, help people afford down payments to buy a home in the city, and provide stimulus payments for qualifying households. Funds will also be used for establishing new business in the city, as well as stormwater and infrastructure projects over the next 3 years. Council will vote on both garbage bag fees and reducing the price of parking at their next meeting Thursday night. The public is being asked to help find a Schuylkill County woman who failed to appear at the county prison. 26-year-old Nicole Lou Berger failed to appear at Schuylkill County Prison back on December 1st of 2020 for her sentence of 93 days to not less than 5 years. She's charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of DUI controlled substance, Schedule 2 or 3. Berger is 5'3", weighing 140 pounds. Her last known address listed as 211 West Market Street in Williamstown, that's in Dauphin County. Anyone with information on Berger's whereabouts is asked to call the district attorney's office at 570-628-1350 or the Schuylkill County tip line. That's 570-624-3988. You can head over to Schuylkill County tomorrow to support the McAdoo Fire Company's annual bazaar. Our Julie Stefanovich has the details.
It's back this year and better than ever. The McAdoo Fire Company is gearing up for its annual bazaar. The organization is also marking its milestone 100-year anniversary. The McAdoo Fire Company began back in 1921 by members of the Keystone Fire Company and has served the community for the past century. The bazaar kicks off this Thursday and runs through Saturday, featuring food, entertainment, and events celebrating a century of service.
So we're hoping everybody will come out, start their summer off with, supporting the McAdoo Fire Company, supporting our 100th anniversary, and coming out and seeing McAdoo Borough's 125th. And also Friday night, after the fire truck parade, we'll be dedicating and christening our new tanker.
The celebration also coincides with the 125th anniversary of the Borough of McAdoo.
So they'll be getting some proclamations from county and state officials who will be here doing that at 6 p.m. So Friday night's a fairly busy night here, so it'll be a good time.
The monies raised during the 3-day event goes to support the day-to-day operations of the fire department.
So really it goes to paying for the new vehicle that we got. It goes for us putting the lights on, paying our bills, heating everything, and us buying the equipment and the supplies that it takes to protect the firefighters, to protect the public.
The bazaar typically draws in thousands of people who come for the music, the down-home atmosphere, and of course, the great food.
The hoagies, the pizza, the halushki, the bean soup, potato cakes, chicken fingers, fries, boneless chicken wings this year. And we'll also have a gentleman here with a funnel cake trailer. And being that the Boy Scouts will not be here, we'll be actually making their famous kielbasa burgers this year.
Live bands are also an integral part of the bazaar.
Friday night, we're back here again. We open at 4 o'clock with our food. Friday night, we will have North of 40 playing from 7 to 10. Saturday, we have Just Us Polka Band, who will be playing from 12 till 3. And then Saturday night from 6 until 10 or 7 to 11, one of those, I believe it's 7 to 11, we're going to have Toolshed Jack.
So start your summer off right by stopping by the annual bazaar, which has moved this year to the firehouse at Grant and Hancock Streets. Hours are Thursday from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m., Friday from 4 to 11 p.m., and Saturday from noon until 11 p.m. You can also keep up to date on all the happenings by visiting the McAdoo Fire Company's Facebook page. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And if that's not enough, it's also that time again to get a little TLC into your life. Trinity Lutheran Church, that is. Our Philip Kaufman has the details on their annual Strawberry and Ice Cream Social that's coming up this weekend.
If you were walking past Trinity Lutheran Church this week, you may have smelled the sweet aromas of home-cooked food being prepped in the kitchen for their upcoming Strawberry and Ice Cream Social. These volunteers are working hard all week to make sure everything is ready for all those looking to treat themselves.
We're cooking again. We're making our beef barbecue and our pulled pork today. And tomorrow we're going to make our ham and bean soup. We make 65 quarts of that. And anyhow, Wednesday we'll be picking strawberries over Pumpkin Hill, and then Thursday we clean the berries, and then Friday is our social. So it's a full week of it. So anyhow, everyone come on out and join us.
That's right, folks. All this work is for this upcoming Friday, June 18th, where you can swing by and get some wholesome takeout food courtesy of Trinity Lutheran Church.
Hazelton Trinity Lutheran Church, Church on Hemlock Street, Hazelton is going to have their annual Strawberry and Ice Cream Social this Friday, June the 18th from 4 to 6:30, takeouts only. Included on the menu, we're selling tickets. There will be, you can purchase them at the door if you don't have them. The tickets are $4 a piece. Also, our menu includes ham and bean soup by the bowl, beef barbecues, pork barbecue, hot dogs, and chili dogs. Also, the ham and bean soup and beef barbecue, pork barbecue, which is pulled pork, will be available in quarts.
And aside from getting a delicious meal, you're also supporting a cornerstone in the community here on Church Street.
These fundraisers that we try to do every month help us to pay the expenses here. We have a huge building. We house the Hazelton Trinity Nursery and Kindergarten. We also host the Boy Scouts, one of the oldest troops in Pennsylvania. And we have the Girl Scouts here and the Brownies. We have AA, which meets here. Soul Kitchen uses our building to do their monthly food handout. And there's a lot of other groups that use our building periodically for their events. And it costs a lot of money to run a big building like this. So these fundraisers help to pay a little bit to cover all those expenses.
So come on down to Trinity Lutheran Friday, June 18th. Tickets are $4 and you can take out some delicious treats to start your weekend off just right. Reporting from Trinity Lutheran Church with WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Hazleton area's graduating class of 2021 will be holding their in-person commencement ceremony tonight. And WYLN is once again proud to bring you live graduation coverage tonight at 6. The seniors making their way across the stage in front of the high school, so make sure you're tuned in 6 o'clock this evening, and we'll say hats off to this year's Hazleton area grads. Coming up on WYLN News, Summerfest is back in Tamaqua, plus details on Kids Friday at the Pocono Raceway. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Jason and I'm 10 years old. Hello, my name's Alexis and I'm 10 years old. And it's super sunny!
This is what the Pocono Raceway looks like now, but this is what it's really going to look like. We're back bigger and better than ever. Explore the Pocono Mountains 350. Get your tickets at PoconoRaceway.com.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. We're talking about TNT. We're talking about trucks and trade-ins. If you got a truck that you don't want or you're looking for a truck, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned trucks right now. We have got Rubicons. We have got GMCs, Ford Flexes. We have got a Ram dually diesel. If you're in the market for a truck or you want to get rid of your truck, you'll never get more ever than it's worth right now. So come on down to 508 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazleton and see why we'll give you more for the trade that those other guys won't.
Celebrate Father's Day in style this Sunday at the 30th Annual Tamaqua Summerfest. The festival was canceled last year thanks to the pandemic, but this weekend's event promises to offer a little something for everyone. The street fair, presented by the Tamaqua Historical Society, will feature crafts, vendors, food, a car show, music, games, and historical tours. Reading and Northern Railroad will also be offering steam train rides, and tickets can be purchased in advance by calling 610-562-2102. Many downtown restaurants and craft breweries will be welcoming festival goers, and you can even top the day off with a horse-drawn trolley car ride. So mark the calendar. Tamaqua's Summerfest will be held downtown this Sunday, June 20th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And be sure to contact the Historical Society at 610-597-6722 for more information. WYLN's all-time OT hero, Marty Burns, has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. Pocono Raceway President Ben May is on this week, so let's talk sports. Here's part 3.
One of the things in scanning your website, Ben, that I noticed on Friday, June 25th, it's going to be the Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital Kids Day. If you could explain that a little bit.
Certainly. About 14 years ago, we took a different approach to our kids initiative. And instead of just saying everything is bounce houses and lollipops, so to speak, we got on board and invited all of our local and regional nonprofit 501c3 charitable groups and said, hey, do you want to come out to the racetrack? Do you want to showcase what you do? And we'll invite all the neighborhood kids, their families, let them come in for free, and really just highlight not only Pocono Raceway and NASCAR and ARCA racing, but really highlight what our community is all about and what holds us together. So any given year, we'll have between 15 and 30 nonprofits on site, educating kids on, it could be everything from fire safety to helmet safety, to Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Salvation Army, everything that you see in the community, we invite to showcase, and then the kids get to engage with them and then go enjoy the ARCA race for free. So it's something that's really worked well, and we've just found a nice balance between community and fun. And again, another one that we're quite proud of and kind of felt like we were on the leading edge of.
Coming up on Humboldt's News Choice, we're bringing back robotic surgery on this Wellness Wednesday in Community and You. Plus, Leading the Way, Part 3. Stay with us.
This Good News Wednesday, we're highlighting some events coming your way this weekend. This Thursday through Saturday, the McAdoo Fire Company is holding their annual bazaar, and in even more good news, they're also celebrating their 100th anniversary. The event will have tons of food, drinks, and entertainment at their new location at the Firehouse on Grant and Hancock Street in McAdoo. And another local event happening this Friday is Trinity Lutheran Church's Strawberry and Ice Cream Social, where you can order takeout meals along with strawberries and ice cream and try some home-cooked beef or pork barbecue, ham and bean soup, hot dogs, and chili dogs. So come on out to these events and support the good causes of these locations. That's your Good News Wednesday. Thank you for joining us here on WYLN.
Hey, have you been looking for a great job that pays well with great perks?
Check it out. The Poconos has great jobs available right now.
And for many positions, you don't need prior experience. How cool is that?
You can do hotel registration, cashier, dining service, or even a lifeguard.
If you're looking for great pay and fun while you're doing it, the Poconos is the place to be.
So get on board. Go to PoconoMountains.com/jobs and start working today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Welcome to Community News here on WYLN. I'm Julia Wiegand, and today is Wellness Wednesday, thanks to our friends over at Lehigh Valley Health Network. Today we are on location at the Health and Wellness Center with Dr. Michael Mahoney, surgeon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And today we are going to be getting into the topic of robotic surgery since it's Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Now, can any doctor perform a robotic surgery, and how many have you performed?
So not everybody can perform robotic surgery. Obviously you have to be a surgeon to start with, but it takes a little bit of extra training beyond normal training to get certified to do robotics. A lot more doctors, or surgeons I should say, are becoming robotic certified as time moves forward, but still not everybody's there. I couldn't give you an exact number how many I've done, but I know I've done a few hundred between my training and current practice.
So that's more than experience. Now, what are the key benefits to a robotic surgery overall that are associated as in terms of like the patient undergoing the surgery versus another way?
So where robotics is really helpful to the patient is typically with the recovery. Usually the recovery period is shorter because there's less pain. It's very close to laparoscopy in the past, but there's just, again, they tweak things here and there, and it makes the recovery typically a little bit easier for the patient.
Now, along the terms of the recovery period, how long is the hospital stay?
For a lot of robotic surgeries that we perform on standard things, there's no hospital stay. In regards to colorectal cancer or colon procedures, the hospital stay is usually somewhere between 2 and 3 days after surgery. I know they're trying to push the envelope and get patients out the next day, and sometimes that does happen, but on average, I'd say a good average is about 2-3 days after surgery.
And now, as for the patient, does insurance usually cover robotic surgeries?
Yeah, that's usually not a problem. It's a standard procedure that's being performed, so the patient doesn't have to worry about any insurance coverage problems as long as they are a candidate for the surgery.
Now, what are the benefits of a patient undergoing a robotic surgery overall, and what are the benefits of the surgeon performing one?
So again, the big thing for the patients is smaller incisions, less pain for the same procedure. From the surgeon, there's several reasons that robotics is favorable, and kind of the key ones is visualization. It's easier to see certain things anatomically, and also it's three-dimensional versus two-dimensional, like a lot of laparoscopy. And then the other big benefit of robotics is the dexterity of the machine. I liken it the ability to use your wrist versus using chopsticks with regular laparoscopy. So whenever your surgeon can see easier and work easier, that's usually a good thing for the patient.
And how long have you been performing the robotic surgeries?
So I started in my training and residency, so I've been doing it, I hate to admit, probably about 9 years now.
Wow.
So.
And you do them here at the Wellness Center and through LVHN?
So not at the Wellness Center. The robot is over at the main hospital, but yes, through Lehigh Valley. They're a big proponent of robotic surgery, and they have several robots throughout the network, but we certainly have one here in town in Hazleton.
Now, what is the big takeaway that you want our viewers to understand about robotic surgery? I mean, technology has come farther than anyone can imagine.
Just that, one, the technology is right here in town, and then again, it's certainly a viable option for many patients with some of their diseases, including colorectal cancer.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Mahoney, for sitting down with us to chat robotics.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, everybody watching out there. Remember, Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Robotic surgery is an option. Be sure to talk with your physician, talk with your surgeon, and if it is applicable, they will be sure to see what they can do. That's it for this Wellness Wednesday in Community and You. We'll see you next time here on Wyln.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
2020, it was certainly challenging, but now there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is certainly bright. Enjoy our world-renowned water parks, classic resorts, breathtaking views, fabulous food, 2021 has arrived. We are back better than ever. Let's enjoy it. Find your enjoyment waiting at PoconoMountains.com.
Wyln's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Brian Uplinger is leading the way again into part 3 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Brian Uplinger, Superintendent for Hazleton Area School District. So, for those who may not know, I think a lot of people underestimate positions of power a lot of times, and especially a superintendent's job. Can you tell us a little bit, kind of a quick feedback? I know it'll probably take, we could have a whole show here if we went over just the job, but
yeah, we could.
Just a little review of what a superintendent's job entails.
Sure. And going back to what you were just saying, yeah, we could probably spend a week on everything that I do, maybe longer. It's not just sitting behind a desk and throwing out orders and making sure that that everybody's following them. It's getting out there. It's getting to know the kids. It's getting to know your staff. It's getting to know the community. I'm in charge of, in Hazleton area, I'm in charge of 12,000 students and 1,600 employees in 13 school buildings, and it's not just throwing out those orders and making sure that they're done. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of preparation. I'm also in charge of all the operations of the district: maintenance, custodial staff, transportation. You name it, it falls under me. The only thing that doesn't fall under my purview is the school board. They're my 9 bosses. So, and I love them all. They're fantastic people and they're wonderful to work with. But there are so many different facets of the job of a superintendent. It's very difficult to pinpoint one and say, this is really where my focus is. We're looking at building projects, and we're looking at overcrowding, and we're looking at moving students to a virtual platform during all this COVID stuff, and and moving them back and getting them back in safely. So there's a lot of planning and a lot of preparation. Safety and security is top notch, top priority for all of us, and making sure that all the students are safe, all the staff is safe coming back. So again, a lot of planning, a lot of preparation, a lot of sleepless nights, and a lot of sleepless weekends, and you name it. It's 24/7.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks. Check back with us tomorrow for part 4 as Brian continues leading the way in this week's segment. Have a good night.
That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com, where you can also find LVHN's real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next right here on WYLN TV.